Hi guys! Welcome back to our channel. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you how to understand and work with sequences in math. So, let's get started. So, before we go to our main topic, let's identify the pattern first and continue the sequence. No? So, mag-warm up muna tayo. So, let's have example number 1. We have 4, 8, 12, blank and blank. So, dito, kung mapapansin nyo guys, ang pattern natin dito is nag-add tayo ng 4. Tama? Nagpa-plus tayo ng 4 doon sa term to get the next term. So, try natin. 4 plus 4, that is 8. 8 plus 4, we have 12. So, ibig sabihin, para makuha natin yung next term, magpa-plus tayo ng 4 dito sa 12. So, that is 12 plus 4, we have 16. Then, 16 plus 4, we have 20. Okay? Next, number 2, we have 1, 2, 4, 8. So, dito, kung mapapansin nyo, ang pattern natin is dumodoble yung numbers. Tama? Or dinodoble natin yung ating preceding term to get the next term. So, try natin. 1 times 2, that is 2. 2 times 2, we have 4. 4 times 2, 8. So, to get the next term, that is 8 times 2, that is 16. And 16 times 2, we have 32. Tama? Next, number 3, we have 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, then blank and blank. So, dito naman guys, kung mapapansin nyo, to get the next term, ang ginagawa is kinukuha yung sum nung 2 preceding terms. Okay? Pag sinabing 2 preceding terms, yung dalawang sinundan. Okay? For example, paano ba nakuha yung 2 dito sa ating third term? So, that is 1 plus 1. Okay? So, paano nakuha yung 3? We have 1 plus 2 equals 3. Next, 2 plus 3 equals 5. So, meaning, to get the next term, i-add lang natin to. 3 plus 5, that is 8. And yung last term, 5 plus 8, that is 13. Okay, so yun yung pattern natin dito sa number 3. Next, number 4, we have 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and so on. So, dito naman guys sa number 4, ito naman yung mga perfect square numbers natin. Tama? Yung 1 square or 1 times 1, 1, 2 times 2, 4, 3 times 3, 9, 4 times 4, 16, 5 times 5, 25. So, ang next term natin is 6 times 6, that is 36. Okay, naiintindihan ba? Next, number 5, we have 1, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, and so on. So, sa number 5 naman, ang pattern natin dito guys is yung reciprocals. Okay, reciprocal ng mga whole numbers. Yung 1 dito, this is 1 over 1, kaya naging 1 na lang. Next, yung 1/2 naman, galing yan kay 2. So, ang reciprocal ni 2, we have 1/2. Reciprocal ng 3, 1/3. Reciprocal ng 4, 1/4. So, ang next term natin is the reciprocal of 5, which is 1/5. Okay? Last example, number 6, we have 1 square root of 2, square root of 3, 2 square root of 5, and so on. So, sa number 6 naman, pag in-identify natin yung pattern dito, mapapansin nyo, lahat yan naka-square roots. Okay, square roots naman yung ginamit. So, sa first term, we have 1, that is square root of 1. Tama? Ang square root of 1 kasi guys is 1. Followed by square root of 2. Next, square root of 3. Next, square root of 4. So, ang square root ng 4 is positive 2. Next, square root of 5. So, meaning, ang next term natin dito is square root of 6. Okay, so naintindihan ba guys kung paano mag-identify ng pattern and mag-continue ng sequence? So, next, let's have the key terms and definitions. Okay, punta na tayo sa main topic natin. First is the sequence. So, when we say sequence, it is a list of numbers arranged in a specific order following a rule, no? So, dito guys, pag sinabi nating sequence, ibig sabihin, meron siyang pina-follow na rule or pattern. For example, 3, 6, 12, 24, kung saan ang rule natin dito is nagmumultiply tayo by 2. Tama? Dinodoble natin yung kada term. So, 3 times 2, 6. 6 times 2, 12. 12 times 2, 24, and so on. So, yung 3, 6, 12, 24 is an example of a sequence. Okay? Next, may tinatawag tayong term. Pag sinabing term, each number in a sequence. Okay? So, in the sequence 3, 6, 12, and 24, each of the numbers 3, 6, 12, and 24 is a term. Okay? Ang tawag sa mga numbers na yan ay term. Okay? So, dito sa example natin, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. Okay? Next is the position or the index. Pag sinabing position, it is the place of a term in the sequence, usually counted as first term, second term, and so on. Okay? So, sa example natin na 3, 6, 12, 24, yung 3, ito yung ating first term, followed by 6, second term, third term, yung ating 12, and yung 24 naman is the last term. Okay? Next, the notation. So, sa sequence, ang ginagamit nating notation is the A sub 1. Meaning, it is the first term. Okay? Yung A sub 2 naman is the second term, and etc. Okay? In general, A sub n denotes the nth term. Okay? So, mamaya, gagamitin natin yung mga symbols na yan, no? A sub 1, A sub 2, A sub 3, and so on. Next is the rule or the pattern rule. So, sabi dito, it is the description of how the terms is formed or how they change from one to the next. Okay? Ito yung mga pattern ng ating sequence. For example, in the sequence 2, 4, 6, 8, ang rule natin dito is nag-a-add tayo ng 2. Okay? Next, yung rule naman na multiply by 2. So, sa sequence na 3, 6, 12, 24, yung multiply by 2, ito yung ating pattern rule. Okay? Next, in the sequence 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, ang rule naman natin dito is yung squares. Okay? Squares ng whole numbers. Okay? Naiintindihan ba guys kung ano yung rule? Next, let's have the Fibonacci sequence. When we say Fibonacci, it is a sequence where each term after the first two is the sum of the two preceding terms. Okay? For example, we have 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 13, and so on. So, dito guys, ang first two terms natin is yung 1 and 1. Okay? So, to get the next term, ang gagawin nyo, ipagpa-plus nyo sila. No? Get the sum. So, 1 plus 1, that is 2. 1 plus 2, we have 3. 2 plus 3, 5. 3 plus 5, 8. Okay? Then, 5 plus 8, 13, and so on. Another example of Fibonacci, we have 2, 2, 4, 6, 10, 16. Okay, so paano ginagawa? 2 plus 2, we have 4. 2 plus 4, 6. 4 plus 6, we have 10. 6 plus 10, that is 16. Okay, naiintindihan ba yung Fibonacci? Another example, we have 5 and 5. So, 5 plus 5, 10. 5 plus 10, 15. 10 plus 15, 25. 15 plus 25, we have 40. So, ito yung mga examples ng Fibonacci sequence. Okay? Now, let's proceed to the classification of sequences based on the number of terms. Okay? So, may dalawa tayong classification ng sequence. First is the finite sequence. When we say finite, it has a specific number of terms. It has a beginning and an end. Okay? May simula at katapusan. You can count all the terms. It stops after a certain point. Okay, for example, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is an example of a finite sequence. Bakit? Kasi dito guys, meron tayong simula, which is 2. Then meron din tayong end o yung last term, which is 10. Okay? So, kay finite din, nabibilang natin yung number of terms. So, bilangin natin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, this sequence has 5 terms. Okay? Naintindihan ba yung finite? Kumbaga, may dulo. Tama? Next is the infinite sequence. So, an infinite sequence has no end. It goes on forever. It keeps following the same rule endlessly. So, you can describe the rule, but you can't list all the terms. Okay? Kumbaga, pag sinabi nating infinite sequence, walang katapusan. Okay? For example, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and so on. So, dito guys, ang pattern natin, sabi dyan, this keeps doubling and never stops. Okay? So, usually, kay infinite sequence, gumagamit tayo ng ellipsis. Ito, yung tatlong tuldok. Okay? So, ano bang ibig sabihin yan? Sabi niyan, to show it continues. Okay? So, walang ending. Naintindihan ba kung anong ibig sabihin ng infinite sequence? So, let's have more examples. So, dito guys, ang gagawin lang natin, just find the next term in each sequence. Okay? So, start tayo kay number 1. We have 81, 27, 9, 3, and blank. So, dito, kung mapapansin nyo, yung next term natin is nakukuha, okay, pag dinidivide natin yung preceding term by 3. Tama? Dinidivide natin by 3. So, try natin. 81 divided by 3, 27. 27 divided by 3, 9. 9 divided by 3, 3. And 3 divided by 3, so ang last term natin is 1. Tama? Next, number 2, we have 7, 14, 28, 56, and blank. So, dito naman, mapapansin nyo, yung next term natin is nakukuha by multiplying by 2, yung ating previous term. Okay, nagta-times 2 tayo. So, try natin. 7 times 2, 14. 14 times 2, 28. 28 times 2, 56. So, ang last term natin, we have 56 times 2, that is 112. Okay? Next, number 3, we have 4, 4, 8, 12, and 20. So, ito guys, common to. Ito yung Fibonacci sequence. Tama? Kung saan kinukuha natin yung sum nung 2 terms. So, 4 plus 4, 8. 4 plus 8, 12. 8 plus 12, 20. So, ang last term natin, 12 plus 20, that is 32. Okay? Next, number 4. We have 1/2, 1/4, 1/8. So, ano yung pattern natin dito? Kumbaga, parang hinahati natin yung fraction. Tama? Dinidivide natin by 2. Or, para siyang minumultiply natin yung denominator by 2. Okay, so we have 1/8 times 1/2. So, that is 1/16. Tama? Kumbaga, nagta-times 2 lang tayo dun sa denominator. Okay? Number 5, we have 8, 27, 64, and blank. So, dito naman, kung mapapansin nyo guys, yung ating mga terms dito, lahat sila ay cubes ng whole numbers. Okay? Tignan nyo yung 8. Yung 8, that is 2 cube. 2 times 2 times 2. Yung 27 naman, that is 3 cubes. 3 times 3 times 3. Tama? 64, that is 4 times 4 times 4. Tatlong 4. So, syempre dito, we have 5. 5 times 5, 25 times 5, 125. Okay? Okay, next, number 6, we have 1, 3, 6, 10. So, dito guys, kung i-check nyo yung kanilang mga common difference, di ba? Yung difference ni 1 and 3 is 2. Si 3 and 6 naman, 3. Si 6 and 10 naman, 4. Tama? So, yung difference nung una, 2, 3, 4. So, syempre, ang next natin dyan is 5. Tama? So, 10 plus 5, we have 15. Okay? Naiintindihan ba? Next, number 7, we have 1 times 2, 2 times 3, 3 times 4. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo guys, sunod-sunod lang yung numbers, no? 1, 2, 3, and then minumultiply siya dun sa kanyang next number din. So dito, we have 4, yung next number natin, and then times 5. Okay? Yan yung ating next term sa ating sequence. Last, number 8. We have 3, 5, 9, 17, and blank. So, dito, pag chinek natin yung common difference nila o yung difference ng each terms natin, si 5 tsaka si 3, meron tayo dyan plus 2. Tama? 5 and 9 naman plus 4. 9 and 17 naman is plus 8. Ano napapansin nyo? Dumodoble yung pinaplus natin. So, plus 2, plus 4, plus 8. So, ang next natin, plus 16. Tama? So, 17 plus 16, that is 33. Okay? So, naiintindihan ba guys kung paano mag-solve ng sequence? So, next, let's proceed to our application ng sequence, no? So, word problems tayo. Number 9. A group of students is arranging chairs in a theater where each row has 3 more chairs than the previous one. The first row has 10 chairs. How many chairs are there in fifth row? Tama? So, solve natin. Sabi dyan, the first row has 10. So, meaning, ito yung ating first term. Okay? So, ano yung binigay na pattern? Sabi dito, a group of students is arranging chairs in a theater where each row has 3 more chairs than the previous one. Okay? So, ang first term natin 10, so mag-add tayo ng 3. Ibig sabihin, ang second row natin is 13. Okay? So, add 3 tayo. Ang third row natin, 16. Fourth row natin, plus 3, 19. Ang fifth row natin is 22. Okay? So, ang tanong kasi dito, how many chairs are there in fifth row? So, ang sagot natin, there are 22 chairs in the fifth row. Okay, nakuha ba? Next, number 10. Last example. A student wants to build a personal savings fund. They commit to saving 50 pesos in the first week and increase the amount they save by 15 pesos each week. So, ano yung pinapahanap sa atin? Letter A. How much will the student save in week 4? Letter B. How much will the student have saved in total after 4 weeks? Okay, so solve natin. So, dito guys, let A be the amount saved in week N. So, sa week 1 natin, sabi dito, they commit to saving 50 pesos in the first week. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ang first term natin is 50. Tama? Ngayon, sabi dyan, nag-i-increase yung amount na sinesave by 15 pesos each week. So, kung ang first week natin is 50, sa second week, yung isa-save niya is 65 pesos na. Tama? Magpa-plus tayo ng 15. So, sa third week, that is 65 plus 15, that is 80. And then, sa fourth week natin, we have 80 plus 15 pesos, that is 95. Tama? So, therefore, in the fourth week, he will save 95 pesos. Okay? So, may pangalawa pang tanong. Sabi dyan, how much will the student have saved in total after 4 weeks? So, kukunin lang natin yung total amount. Okay? Ipagpa-plus lang natin lahat yan. So, 50 plus 65 plus 80 plus 95. Tama? So, ang total natin, that is 290. So, therefore, he will save 290 pesos in 4 weeks. Okay, so naintindihan ba guys kung paano in-apply yung sequence? And that's it for our lesson today. I hope you were able to understand the topic. So if you have any questions or clarifications, feel free to drop a comment below. So thank you guys for watching. This is Prof. D. See you in the flip side. Bye!